We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button, tell me when you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with the S&P 500 index. We're looking at it with the SPY because it lets us see the pre-market and the after hours. And this is a very urgent and important video. We're going to talk about some of the key things going into next week and how the stock market reacted after Facebook earnings, after Amazon earnings, and where are we at right now, because there's no clear direction. But we have a lot of different metrics showing us what's going on behind the scenes that still hasn't even reacted into the market, and if it does, it's going to create even further volatility. Now, we are going to look at the SPY and different articles, the 10-year Treasury, something a lot of people are not watching or overlooking, and it's going to be important. Now, the SPY actually today was kind of rough the first couple of minutes of the day, about the first hour. After it dipped, our SPY bot at 11:45 a.m. sent us out a bull indicator, and things ran all throughout the rest of the day towards even the last hour of the day. And the last 10 minutes is where things shifted from a bull and bear indicator, and call options were up 3 to 4x, guys. This is a new release that we have now over at the Discord. It sends us notifications directly to our messages about the bull and bear indicators to navigate with the clarity we deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities, whether stocks are going up, going down, whether it's the SPY or the overall markets, where there's always an opportunity, and we're getting that clarity directly to our messages to maximize quickly on the opportunities. So we're going to talk about the SPY, the articles, the 10-year Treasury. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And one of them turned out to be a home run, and it was mentioned by one of the members over at the Discord and the community. If you guys want to get on early with us, every single morning we strive for opportunities like these. Check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us. We're going to jump right into it here with the SPY and what's going on, and probably one of the most urgent and important videos to watch before Monday, before next week, and probably about the whole entire month of February. So the opportunities I mentioned this morning turned out to be phenomenal and beyond expectations for a Friday. And one of the members as well mentioned an opportunity that turned out to be a home run, guys. If you guys want to get on early with us every single morning, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the stocks I mentioned this morning, and both of them turned out to give 5 to 10% opportunities, but MTech turned out to be one that gave a highest point of 15% plus at its highest point. We caught it as it was pulling downwards in the pre-market, started to pick up some steam, got that bull indicator, and took off with strength here on 42 Vision for that highest point of 15% plus. Now, the home run that was mentioned by one of the members in the group was at 10:05 a.m. They stated that INDO is running, and it turned out to have full strength under a bull indicator on 42 Vision and Ultimate 42 Vision. When it was mentioned, it was around 450, went up, pulled back down, and took off to a highest point in a matter of minutes of 30% plus, guys. If you guys want to get on early with us, every single morning we strive for opportunities like these. Check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, and we look forward to having you join us. So we had Facebook report earnings, and things fell really fast. After having a big rally, it actually destroyed the momentum. Things fell. Amazon came to save the day after hours, making it look like things were really bullish. Went into a bearish state and came right back up to the same spot, right? It was almost like it jumped all the way down and back up and just kind of sat there, and we're now back at the same lows before things took off after hours when Amazon reported. So when you see this, we are in a volatile state of back and forth. And when I pull up Ultimate 42 Vision, which I want you guys to see it here, how much volatility when you zoom in a smaller time frame, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below to the 42 Vision indicators to receive the clarity you deserve within the volatility of the market. So here we are with the SPY, right? And then we have 42 Vision, and we've had plenty of different opportunities sent out to us, like this bull indicator right after the bell. When things took off, call options went up nearly almost 2 to 3x. Then a bear indicator popped up and those put options nearly went up 50% to 100%. And then the bull indicator, which is the one I shared with you guys when the SPY sent it out, it was a clear direction of strength and it lasted all the way throughout the day until the last 10 minutes of the day. A bear indicator popped up and things ran 3 to 4x at their highest points when it comes to those call options. And it's been like that every single day. I mean, we get a bear indicator towards the bell, nothing else pops up, continues to go lower, and they 2 to 3x. Bull indicator up to the upside, 2 to 3x, and so forth. And same thing here, and every single time when you look at it from the 5-minute perspective. So there's been a lot of volatility, and it's going to kick up bigger this next week because all the major players have reported, but we still have some important companies coming out like Coca-Cola. You know, you also have Pfizer and others talking about their earnings this next week. Now, when you really think about it, there's something that is rising, okay, while things are kind of just sitting like this. So this downward pressure, I've been saying it, it's not just these earnings. There's other things underlying that's been pushing it downwards. And it has to do with the 10-year Treasury, okay? 10-year Treasury yield surges above 1.9, highest since 2019. This is going to affect growth stocks. This is going to affect the NASDAQ and the overall markets. And if you look at it, here it is. I mean, it spiked up to 1.93. Right now it's showing 1.91, but it was actually 1.93. You can see it right there. It changed back to it, 1.9320. If this continues to spike, which it's actually spiking up pretty quickly, it's going to affect this chart. And it's going to affect every other chart, even the NASDAQ. You could see it already kind of pulling downwards. Now, on the 30-minute, it's showing us bull and bear indicators, but when I put the 4-hour, things are in a very volatile state. We had been under a bear indicator since way up here, slightly got a bull indicator, jumped up, dipped, and it's trying to reverse. So, Monday and Tuesday will be important to see if this continues to go higher. If it kind of stagnates or starts to pull down lower, well, there's a reason. Well, Wednesday is going to be an even bigger day than Monday and Tuesday, and even bigger, the 10-year Treasury yield. It has to do with the week ahead of January CPI data this week. I couldn't find any articles. This was just the headlines. I finally found an article, and here it is. It states here, fresh inflation data could fuel further market volatility in the week ahead. The consumer price index is reported Thursday. Excuse me, I said Wednesday. Thursday, it's going to be a big day. And the headline number is expected at 7.2%. Last month, we talked about how it's been the hottest CPI data in years, and they're stating again, it's the hottest since 1982, okay? And then we have Coca-Cola, Walt Disney, and Pfizer reporting. That's going to be very important. And then we also have the inflation data, because the stunning jump in January jobs has actually created speculation that the Federal Reserve could be more aggressive about raising rates than expected. So things are now starting to get to the point where everyone's trying to figure out if the Fed's going to be more hawkish or more dovish. And the Fed, they even stated this. This is one of the experts here in the article. This is actually quoted from someone stating it. Art Hogan, chief market strategist and national security, stated that the Fed probably doesn't even know itself. So we're in this big mix-up. And Coca-Cola in the last earnings talked a lot about, you know, things moving forward. Walt Disney did as well. We need to see how Pfizer's affected as vaccination rates start to go down. A lot of people already got vaccinated, if they're getting their booster or not. There's a lot of things going on here for this week. And we have CPI data on top of it. And a lot of people are not expecting it to inflict downwards. We are still in a very inflationary pressure of upside potential. And this is showing it, okay? This spike here is showing it, especially in the last 2 days. It went from 1.76, very calm, very chill, all the way to 1.92, okay, and 1.93. That's a big jump. And I stated, anything that just makes this spike up is going to create fear once the markets notice it, right? Then we also have here Fed Jerome Powell talking about, you know, in this picture, everything's going to be all right. That's what it looks like. I think this picture is kind of very interesting. how they used it. And they're stating here how Wall Street week ahead inflation data, next focus for investors after bond yields spike. Because the bond yields is already foreshadowing how to expect this inflation data, how to expect this next week. This is big. This is huge. And it all goes back to 42 vision and ultimate 42 vision. I've been watching the 1 day. It tried to come back up, and I stated if this is a fake out, we were going to see this go from red with green borders to red. And even though this bull indicator's here, it might be very short-lived like any of these here. And then a bear indicator is going to pop up along those lines. Why? Because I've been watching the 1 week, and the 1 week sent out a bear indicator since last week. And this does not pop up every single day. The last time it popped up was in the 2020 crash and the 2018 correction, because interest rates were going to be risen and things kind of got turbulent. So that's the last time we've seen this, and it lasts for several days, weeks, and months at a time. So it just got started. This right here, though, is kind of alarming because it's trying to reverse. This could be a huge fake out or big bull trap unless it turns back around and gets a bull indicator like the 1 day. But this 1 day is actually looking weak, reversing. And also when you go back to 2020 crash, something that I've always pointed out is that bear indicator lasted all the way down. I was watching this, if it would happen in this correction, and it didn't happen this way. It actually got a bull indicator as we see it, right? It actually got one here, but it seems like this is faking out. We need to see how it plays out next week, but it's pulling back. And one of the things I always compared it to was this bear indicator lasted all the way throughout. No bull indicator popped up here. This was a fake out, and things fell even lower. And when you go back to the 1 week, you can see here how things actually played out, right? They actually went ahead and crashed. Bear indicator lasted several bars to the downside, several weeks, almost a whole entire month. And here we are just getting started. And we're going into CPI data next week. We're going to see different earnings, and everything this week that could have been phenomenal has been pretty shaky. And after going up, we've basically kind of peaked, and we're going in a downtrend. Even though it's like back and forth, we're in a downtrend right now. Like if you draw this out, we're in a downtrend. And all it takes is to try to come back up, reject and go lower, reject and go lower, and we're going to keep on going lower. And CPI data creates fear in the markets to the point where we haven't even reached Thursday, and we're going to see it affect the markets throughout the week. So this next week is going to be huge. The biggest thing I'm watching right now is 42 vision, that 1 week bear indicator. That does not pop up every day. And the 1 day, I'm looking at it to see if it turns out to be a fake out or a real breakout here. And even though it's pulling back, it may be setting up for another leg up. We'll see. But things are moving really fast back down to the downside. I mean, this should have been followed by a dark green bar and then green. That didn't happen this time. It almost peaked there, and it's falling. So we'll see. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. These are some of the most important metrics right now. And if you look at it here with 42 vision and ultimate 42 vision, this is spiking. This is peaking, guys. I mean, it's been taking off since the beginning of January, consolidated, and it took off, and it's hitting new highs right here, the 10-year Treasury. So that's important as well. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make